up, guys? My name is Bridget Stibbard. I am the head coach of our Thrive program here at Echelon Health and Fitness, and I come all the way from Forbes, New South Wales, Australia. Very small town, about 5 hours from Sydney. Originally back in Australia, I was a health and physical education teacher, teaching kids grade 7 all the way through to 12. And one thing that a lot of Australians like to do when they're in that sort of like 18 to 25 age range is come over and work at summer camps. We don't have anything like it, so I figured, it's a good opportunity while I'm young to, travel. Came over, worked at a summer camp up in New Hampshire, where I was the director of the waterfront, so all the water sports, skiing, kayaking, all that sort of stuff that I grew up doing. And that's where I met my wife. We've been together for going on 6 years now. After doing the long distance thing for a hot minute, we eventually, made the move, and I came over here to New Jersey where she's from. And the rest is history. Here I am. So what got me into fitness is that, growing up in Australia, one of the things that pretty much every kid does is play sport. I grew up in a small town, so all we had to do was sport. So I grew up playing pretty much every sport you could imagine, tennis, soccer, football, rugby union, swimming, all of that sort of stuff. And so I've always been active throughout my childhood and throughout college and things like that. And so when I sort of finished college and wasn't able to play, team sports as much, I had to try and find another outlet. And that's what sort of led me to working out. I got really into sort of long distance running for a period. And then one day I discovered weightlifting, picking heavy stuff up, putting it down. And I fell in love with it. How it made me feel in terms of my confidence, really helped my anxiety, and, helped me to become a better version of myself. And so, I wanted to be able to provide that opportunity for other people, females in particular. So it's really important for women to lift some weights. There's often this sort of perception attached that women, if we lift weights, we're going to get really big and bulky. That's not the case, unless that's a goal that you specifically have for yourself. That's not the case. What lifting weights does for women is, it improves not only our physical strength, but our mental strength. If you're someone like me who struggles really, heavily with depression and anxiety, lifting weights is going to help, you to feel better at the end of the day. It's going to give you a sense of accomplishment, a sense of self-esteem and confidence. It also helps, build that lean muscle. We talk about toning our muscles. Got to pick up some weights. And when I say weights, I'm not talking about, 3 pounds, 5 pounds. You've got to start to lift some significant weight if you want to build that muscle and create that lean muscle. It's how it goes. So how I sort of got into this field of being a Thrive coach and a personal trainer, it was, when I moved over here, from Australia, leaving my career as a teacher, I wanted to, try something new, look at it as an opportunity to start fresh. And so I thought, I love training, I love helping people, so I'm going to give personal training a whirl. And I still remember when I was in the process of doing my cert, still under sort of the green card regulation, so I wasn't able to work at the time. I remember visiting the Smoothie King when it was right next door here with my wife, and I saw that, Echelon Health and Fitness, it was this big, awesome building, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna work there one day, Lise. I said it to her, I said, I'm gonna work there one day. And I remember when I was applying for jobs, I saw this place come up, they were looking for a Thrive coach. I put in the application, got a phone call a couple of days later to come in for the interview and meet the team. And it fit perfectly. I instantly, after sitting down with, the team and getting to know them, I felt, home. I felt comfortable, and, I walked out of here saying, I'm going to work there. I'm going to be a coach there. And, that's it. I'm going on almost 3 years now of coaching here at Echelon Health and Fitness, and I couldn't be happier. It's a great place to work. So one thing that I really like about Echelon is that it reminds me a lot of my gym back home in Australia. Being from a small town, I'm, very community oriented. I know everyone that's from my town. We say hello on the street. And Echelon gives me that, sense of community. It's family owned, it's a small business, but you feel like a part of the family every time you walk in the door. And we've got a really heavy involvement in the local community, which is awesome. Dave, Susie, and Jeff really go out of their way to make everybody feel welcome. Regardless of whether you've been a long-term member or whether you're just popping in for a day visit, you're really made to feel as though you're part of the Echelon family, which is awesome. Yeah, so we had to, pivot very quickly with COVID. What it came down to was us still being able to provide a quality level of service for our clients. We took, money and everything off the table, and that's what it came down to, was taking care of our people and making sure that they had an outlet, to take care of themselves. And so, we pivoted really quickly to virtual training. We were running 4 virtual sessions a day. And then, we transitioned to outdoor sessions, running 2, outdoor sessions a day. And now, being back in the building, it's all about, social distancing. So providing a space that's comfortable, for people, that they can come in, feel safe, being distant from one another, having their own equipment in their own little section, and knowing that they can still get a really good workout, and knowing that they're safe, and that, I'm taking care of them, and that, they can leave here feeling a bit better about themselves. The member perks program here at Echelon is unreal. The fact that, Dave, Jeff, and Susie have gone out of their way to, be a part of the community and bring the community into Echelon is awesome. I train a number of our perks partners, and I love the opportunity of being able to give back to them, and to, support their businesses. Sharon over at Sugar Plum Studio, she does awesome things. Jackie over at Chuck Lager, food over there is phenomenal. So if you're looking for a good feed, go and hit up Jackie over at Chuck Lager. She'll take care of you. But it's really cool to know that, we as a business can support other businesses in our local community, because that's how we're going to get through this. And that's how, we're going to come out the other end a lot stronger, is by supporting one another. And that's what the Perks Partnership does. If at any point you're in the gym, you've got questions, whether you train with us, whether you don't, whether you've, sort of looked in, and thought, oh, I wonder what's going on in there, just come and ask. Come and talk to us, We're all really super friendly. We might seem a little bit boisterous and loud at times, but that's because we love what we're doing. We have fun while we're doing it. So, regardless of whether you're a client or not, if you have questions about your health and fitness, just track us down and come and ask. We're more than happy to help, because at the end of the day, for us, service is number one, and helping people gives us purpose. So, just come and, even if it's just to have a chat, we're here for you. So we look forward to, getting to meet each and every person here at Echelon.